Hello and welcome to Equip Discipleship. I'm Pastor Steve, Fairfield West Baptist Church. Today we're talking about the Bible and the doctrine of the Bible. 8% of teenagers who claim to be Christians say that they read their Bible every day. Compare that to the actual 3 hours a day of watching TV and 5 hours a week of doing homework. The statistics are staggering. So we know it's important as a Christian to study God's Word, but why? Why should we study something if it's not dependable? Here we must look at the uniqueness of God's Word. It's unique in its production. We're talking about 66 books written by 40 different authors from every walk of life, written over 1,600 years. For this to go together in a seamless manner without contradiction is impossible if it were just a book written by men, if it was just a book of myths, if it was just man's word and not God's Word. This is significant evidence pointing us to the fact that God's Word is reliable. If you just look at that, it's unique in its predictions. From the Old Testament to the New, you have a difference of 400 years. And for verses like Psalm 22, who says that Jesus will be crucified on a cross, for that to be actually fulfilled with such detail, prophecy after prophecy after prophecy, over and over again, for those to be fulfilled over 400 years later, it is impossible in my mind to think that that is something that was just written by men. There had to be divine inspiration. And as Christians, we affirm that the Bible is inspired and it is inerrant. That means it is without error. It is also unique in its preservation. We're talking about 5,000 documents from the first century. 5,000 documents within the first 100 years. Compare that to Homer's Iliad, where we have an actuality of 643 ancient manuscripts from the first 500 years. I think it is the most reliable book on this planet. And God's Word is active in our salvation. God's Word is important for us to study as Christians. And I want to point you to the fact that what the Bible testifies about itself. The Bible claims to be inspired. I encourage you to look at more notes on the blog at jesusredeems.us. Thanks.